In this video we're going to be reviewing the AF1 Ceiling Paint from Albany. My name's Stephen from Inexteriors Painters and Decorators, and you're watching Inexteriors TV. Like I just said, we're going to be doing a review of the AF1 Ceiling Paint from Albany. Now this is meant to eliminate flashing. It's a non-reflective coating, so it shouldn't picture frame or flash when used on ceilings. Now the other paint that I would liken this to be alike would be the Tikkurila Anti-Reflex. So I'm just wondering if this is as good or if it does a job. Now the room that I'm doing at the moment is perfect for this kind of scenario. Normally I would have probably used the Tikkurila Anti-Reflex, but I wanted to try this out. So let me just give you a look at the situation we're in here with this ceiling. These bifold doors are the culprits that let in all the natural light, which shows all the picture framing and flashing. This is the type of situation where you want to be using the Tikkurila Anti-Reflex or maybe the Albany AF1. Now this is where, like I just showed you with them doors and windows and veluxes, that's where a lot of natural light comes in, and with the majority of paints you'll see picture framing on the ceilings, and sometimes it can look quite bad. So I'm hoping that this AF1 eliminates it, or more or less eliminates it. Now, what have I heard about this paint so far? I've heard that it's thick. I mean, I've not opened the tub yet. I've heard that it's thick, and I've heard that it splatters on the roller. Splatters off your roller when rolling it. So roll it real slowly. And also comes in this monstrous 15-litre tub, so if you're doing mist coating you haven't got to pour any out. There's room to put water in and to mix it, which I think quite good. So yeah, right, I'm going to crack on and start using this now, and then I will give you the summary at the end. If you've used this product before, or you've got any information about this product, please feel free to put it in the comments down below. Also, if you want to purchase some of the tools that I use during this review, please feel free to check out the links in the description below. Right, after opening it and stirring it, it wasn't as thick as what I thought it was gonna be, but it is a little bit thick, but it's nowhere near as thick as the Dulux Trade. And also, I'm doing this ceiling in two halves, so I'm going to be doing like the one half, then putting the furniture over to the other side and doing the other half. So I'll just show you this half of the ceiling, what it looks like after it's had two coats. But first of all, I'm going to put the first coat on, and then we'll show you what it looks like once it's dry. Right, if you're wondering why I'm cutting in around the lights, because that's the way we want to test this paint out as well, because we want to see how it looks from when we're rolling it to cutting it, so when you're cutting in the lights and going with your roller, we want to see how that flashes, and along with when you're cutting in round the edge and then meeting it with a roller. But also, these come off as well. which makes it a bit easier. I mean, if I can pull them out, I will, but these ones were just a little bit difficult, and sometimes you can just create more damage taking them out. I put the first coat on, so I won't be able to put the second coat on for up to 4 to 6 hours. So once it's dry, I'll show you what it looks like after the first coat, but then I won't show you me second coating it. I'll just get it second coated off camera and then do a summary at the end and show you a finished clip of what the ceiling looks like. Right there, can you just see the difference between the two? So that's what it was, and that's what it is now after the first coat. So let's just go over to here. I mean, it's not great light. So it has covered quite well. There is like an area where I put some pill stop on some plaster and then applied a coat of this over the pill stop, and then I sort of flashed that bit up again. But that's pretty standard. Right, so yeah, I'm going to second coat it now off camera, and then what I'll do is when I come back to work on Monday, I'll wait for the right, hopefully it's going to be beating with sun outside, so it'll really show this ceiling off and see if it does picture frame and flash. Right then. Right, the ceiling's now had its second coat and it's now fully dry, and guess what? There's no flashing. There's no flashing or picture framing. Let me give you a look. I mean, ideally I would love the sun to be beating through the windows and through the doors. I mean, the sun beating through the Velux's windows and doors to really show this. So you might not be able to see it like I can, but trust me, it's not flashed. So I'll just give you a look. See, if you look there, where the brushing in around the lights meets the roller, you can't see the difference. There's no flashing, no picture framing. And again, around the edges, where the brush mark, where you do your cutting in, and then the roller meets it. And just look up here in them Velux recesses, and I'll just put it there. Right, let me get you back on the tripod then, and we'll give this a summary. Right, so what did I think of this? It's gone nice in 2 coats over the existing coating that was on here. The first coat went on really well over the existing coating, and the second coat did with the roller, but I found that when you're just going around brushing it and cutting in, that's fine. But when you start painting slightly larger areas with a brush, like a recess or something, it did drag over itself. So it did drag over its own coating. So I did find that, so in future I'd make sure I'd roll as much as what I could rather than brushing in any recesses, because like I say, it does drag. What else? It's a pressure reliever, because you're not trying to beat the wet edges, you just know it's going to be flat when it's dry. So it's not the end of the world if you do a bit of cutting in and then like walk away and need to do something, because you know it's not going to flash. Touching up, I'm not too sure about yet, but there is a couple of stains on the ceiling that I'm going to put some Zinza on and then touch up and see how that goes. But overall, for £37 I think it is. It's done exactly what it said on the tin. It's not flashed, or it's eliminated flashing, and that's all I'm after. So will I use this again? I think so. So alright, thank you very much for watching and take care.